doesn't recognize Mount Krakatau? Even the world acknowledged that its eruption shook 3 continents and presented a rare natural phenomenon that lasted a lifetime. The eruption of Mount Krakatau in 1883 occurred with a force of 410 megatons, or equivalent to 27 times, of a hydrogen bomb. Compared to the atomic bomb that hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was only 10 kilotons, the explosion of Mount Krakatau was 10,000 times much stronger. As a result of this eruption, it created an air pressure wave surrounding the Earth 7 times with a speed of approximately 80 kilometers per hour for 5 days and nights. Meanwhile, at the same time, tossing volcano dust as high as 96 kilometers through the Earth's atmosphere and the ozone layer that creates a colorful corona at sunrise and sunset from every corner of the world. This rare phenomenon lasted for 3 years and became an object for an Ashcroft painter from England, whose paintings are exhibited at the London and Amsterdam museums. Today, after 122 years has gone by, the air, the son of Krakatau, since its appearance in 1928, with a height of 350 meters and mysteriously covered within, has attracted many scientists to visit the mountain, gain as well as share their knowledge with visitors whom are attracted to experience the mysterious tours of the son of Krakatau mountain. Continuing the journey and leaving Sebesi Island after 15 minutes, you will find a rock in the middle of the sea, which is in fact a magma of Mount Danan and is known as the Bootsman's Rock. The Krakatau blast that is spreading is creating a new caldera over the old caldera, with an eclipse shape carrying a width of 6,000 meters and length of 7,300 meters. The existence of the largest caldera in the middle of the sea is located between the Sertog Island and Panjang Island, as well as the Rakata Island located just behind the island of the son of Krakatau Island. Anak Krakatau Island self-appeared inside the caldera on January 1928, or 44 years after the eruption. As the youngest volcano in the world, located in the middle of the sea, slowly the son of Krakatau mountain is increasing its height by a few meters each year. The significant activities of this mountain seems to happen between the period of 1963 until mid-2004. Besides being actively forming itself, many phenomena have happened before and after the eruption that have attracted many scientists and observers. Even though there are many theses already published on the Krakatau activities from Netherlands, Japan, America, England, Germany and France, the Krakatau Range will still be one of the main tourist attractions in Lampung. As a tourist destination, the Krakatau Island is unique with a bunch of attractive on-land and underwater activities. 122 years after life in Krakatau was destroyed, now a new life seems to be emerging on the rocks and lava of the son of Krakatau mountain. Tourists and scientists can climb from the eastern side of the mountain that are full of different species of plants, including the Kasuaria tree, the wary tree, water spinach, and wild sugar canes. Meanwhile, the animals that can be found within the vicinity include various species of birds, snakes, monitor lizards, and reptiles. Touring throughout the son of Krakatau Island is incomplete without watching the view of the mountains filled with white to reddish embers and smokes. Tracing the mysteries of the son of Krakatau mountain by water is also very interesting. Divers will enjoy a unique underwater journey through coral reefs and beautiful schools of fish. The waters within the Krakatau Island houses various sea creatures. Like the variety of coral reefs, it is estimated to be over 60 different species. The dominant corals are the Ganoporus coral, the Montratea crusta, Seriatopora, and Acropora polyphera. On the Cape of Rakata to the southeastern side of the island is the most favorite place to dive, as it has many potentials and continuous development of its underwater world. The panorama of the underwater world at Krakatau has many mysteries that are still until today being studied by scientists from various disciplines of study, including geology, paleomorphology, and mineralogy. To be able to identify the numbers of tourist arrivals, as well as scientists to the island, this place is now considered to becoming a laboratory for developing geology tourism. Since Krakatau was decided as one of the world's natural heritages by UNESCO in 1992, it has brought much attention to this area, especially providing inspirations to writing. From the past 15 years until now, the development of tourism for the area of the Son of Krakatau is developing very well with its potentials. That is why Lampung depends very much on Krakatau as the main tourist object, due to its popularity worldwide. As to continuously develop its tourism potentials, a cedar monument will be built at Bakau Keni, which faces Mount Krakatau and the Sunda Passage. It is hoped that this monument will become a landmark of Lampung and expose its tourism facilities. Visiting Lampung is incomplete without seeing its arts and culture. Like other areas within the Indonesian archipelago, Lampung has a tradition in welcoming visitors to its land. Dance is usually performed by 6 to 10 young teenage dancers, dressed in beautifully traditional Lampung costumes adorned with glittering jewelry. There are various types of the Lampung traditional costumes and vary between the cloth used, such as the kapal or pelapi, tampan, tapis, and a few other different materials. The most famous is called the tapis, which is growing as tourism develops. With the development, a number of tapis makers have emerged, and the tapis cloth is among favorites as souvenirs when visiting Lampung. The tapis cloth is usually made of cotton and sometimes from silk or pineapple skin, made usually by hand. This basic material is then woven with gold or silver threads according to the desired motif. There are 3 very common motifs that you will find when purchasing the tapis materials, which are the lotus, sea creature, and the elephant motifs. The use of the tapis material also has to be appropriate to the traditional ceremony that you are attending. The tapis material is also known to be used by the bride together wearing the sigar crown during a traditional wedding ceremony. Another of Lampung's attraction is the shape of its traditional houses known as rumah panggung. This house is literally all made of wood. Each area of the house is different in shape and carries a different meaning and function, from a place to stay for a small family called Nuwo Menyanak, a larger family or Nuwo Balak, as well as a house to conduct traditional meetings called Sesat. Some of these traditional houses can still be found in Lampung as tourist objects, one of which is the Kedatun Keagungan House, located in Sepang City in Bandar Lampung. This traditional house also serves as a museum with many collections of heirlooms and other historical items, which expresses the high value of its historical artifacts. Many heirlooms are found here in the museum of 700 square meters. Even the traditional values that have been passed down from generation to generation by the people of Lampung is found portrayed in the supple dance of Sigar Pengutan. Lampung, which is located in the southern part of Sumatra, is well known for its elephant conservation. The elephant is in fact the identity of the province of Lampung, acknowledged by the community of Lampung as well as its local government. The elephant also decorates almost every souvenir or product that is produced in Lampung, from use as a logo to an arts motif, as well as finding elephant statues dotted throughout the city. Besides its elephant statues, Lampung is also famous for a monument that uncovers the mystery of life on Krakatau Island and the son of Krakatau Mountain. With a phenomenon eruption that struck the world in 1883, Lampung has become famous. Since the Dutch colonialism, Lampung has been known as one of the biggest producers of pepper in the world, besides also coffee and cloves, all spreading over 35,000 square kilometers. Lampung has ever since maintained itself to being an agro-industry. These potentials have been developed in line with the development of other aspects of Lampung, becoming a cultural tourism industry which is based on eco-tourism. The strong will to develop the tourism sector from the government is supported by the increasing number of visitors arriving to Lampung for the past 5 years, ensuring positive hope for its future developments. The increasing number also has a domino effect for the restaurants and small arts and craft shops within the vicinity, as well as the constant need of promotion. Lampung also hosts various art shows as a part of the promotion sector for tourism, which is based on eco-tourism. Promoting Lampung in other parts of Indonesia, such as Bali, is also a positive way to promote the province. After all, Bali, with its 3 million visitors each year, may become the gateway to introduce Lampung to its foreign visitors. In South Lampung, for the past 3 years, a resort called Kalianda Resort has been developed. This area provides access to reach the son of Krakatau Mountain that can be reached within 60 minutes from Bandar Lampung. Kalianda offers white sandy beach with various beach activities for the average traveler. The higher level of accommodation, such as villas, to accommodate more luxurious travelers prior to and after visiting the Krakatau mountain areas. There are not many places in the world that you will find elephants uniting in one area. Here at the Waikambas National Park, you can witness closer elephants bathing, eating coconut leaves, as well as breastfeeding their young ones. In fact, you can even ride on one of the elephants at the Waikambas National Park. The Waikambas National Park is located in Lampung within an area of 130,000 hectares. This park is naturally rich of various different kinds of plants. Due to its potentials, the Dutch colonialism in 1936, during the ruling of Lampung President Mr. Rookmaker, the Waikambas area was developed into a national park. Reaching the park is easy. Foreign and domestic travelers arrive at Bandar Lampung or at the Raden Intan Airport from Jakarta or Bali, then to reach the park needs another drive on land for another 1 hour 20 minutes. The Waikambas National Park is identical to elephants, as well as a training center for wild elephants. The training center started in 1985 and was established to reduce conflicts between the wild elephant and the local people within the area. However, during its development, it serviced as a tourism attraction, where at the same time the location was used to watch closely to the daily activities of these creatures. In fact, now it has also become a conservation center for elephants due to the constant decreasing numbers of Sumatran elephants, or Elephants maximus sumatranis. The Elephant Training Center is now the main priority of Waikambas National Park, offering many attractions and information from the capturing of the elephants, working, training, and other attractions. These elephants have in fact been trained for land patrol, as well as extinguishing fire. For tourists who like to be more adventurous, The national park provides a jungle trekking program or safari night, which exposes the park in the night and takes you to watch night